This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Sean McGuire, Yanis, Albert Lorenzo, LightBlindedFool, Green Man, Deyvis Ferreira, Kristen Jordan, Margaret, Big C, and Bennett Williamson. And we'd like to give a big shout out and welcome to Dylan C., who is our newest executive producer level patron. Thank you so much for joining our executive producer team. We're super excited to have your support. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Iacona and Sarah Davey to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. Thank you so much for your generosity. We really, truly could not do this without you and your support. In this episode, we're talking about chapters 25 and 26 of Crossroads of Twilight.
Yeah, chapter 25 is When to Wear Jewels, and chapter 26 is In So Habor.
Right, which we kind of need to talk about.
We will.
That is not how it's pronounced in the audiobook.
No, and this is the issue, because we've been introduced to this place before.
And we had this conversation
we
before.
Did, because you're like, In So Harbor, and I was like, no, it's In So Habor.
Well, and I was confused. I was like, are we near the sea?
Yeah, is it a harbor?
Is it a harbor?
There's a river or whatever nearby.
Can we have harbors on a river?
I don't know
I
enough
thought
about
that was only a sea thing.
That's not the problem. The problem is that in the audiobooks, apparently, every time the town is said out loud, it's In So Harbor.
Yeah. But there's no R in there.
Not in the middle. There's one at the end, but not in the middle.
Not in there, yeah.
So Habor.
Habor. But yeah, no.
It's a problem.
Oh, well.
Oh.
It's a medium problem.
Huge problem. It's the most exciting thing that happened, isn't it?
Honestly. Although, no. Ghosts!
Right?
The second chapter, actually, something interesting does happen.
The answer is, it's always ghosts.
I'm super excited that there's actually ghosts.
You know, and we have things to talk about.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And all the things I could have predicted.
Never expected ghosts.
Ghosts.
And also,
cool.
Rats that are, like, attacking the cats. Less spooky.
I don't care about those so much.
Ghosts.
Just ghosts.
Okay, so, let's get into it. Let's start with a fun fact, and I mean, it's pretty good because the first Weevil fun fact was apparently a pretty big hit for people.
Oh.
It's a thing.
People then were sharing pictures of Weevils in the Discord.
All sorts of fun information. But here's the thing.
They're kind of gross.
A little bit, yeah. But I figured we should do a fun follow-up fun fact all about the wacky wind winnowing of Weevils from the wheat warehouses of the Westlands.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Say that 8 times fast.
I will not. Okay, but winnowing was a thing that was brought up by Perrin. Because they gotta do it to the grain, because, spoiler alert, there's Weevils.
Is it like sifting?
Yeah, basically that's what it is. But there's a little bit of a process here. So, winnowing is the process where you separate the chaff, which is the husk around the seed, from the grain, and it can also be used to remove pests, such as Weevils, from stored grain, because apparently that's a problem.
It's a real thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the word comes from the Old English windwine, which referred to the removal of the chaff from the grain by using a current of air, or the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And the simplest form of winnowing involves throwing the mixture into the air so the wind blows away the lighter chaff and the heavier grain falls down for collection, and it's called wind grading. But there's things like winnowing fans and like little circles you can sift the stuff out. So yeah, but apparently in 1737 a Scottish engineer named Andrew Roger is credited with inventing the first wind winnowing machine called a fanner.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. So good job,
Andrew.
The Scottish ministers did not like them so much because they're like, how dare you? It's a sin against God because wind is a God thing. But apparently, the wind winnowing of Weevils...
No fans.
It stayed. It stuck. They sold really well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Perrin.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I feel like last time I was like, wow, I'm so excited. We got information. I'm super pumped about it. And then I was like, it would be a real shame if we leave them now and we don't get to see some of their plans come to fruition.
Yeah. Be a real shame.
I feel like at some point you were like, oh, yeah, imagine jumping into Perrin. And I was like, oh.
How dare I?
Here we go. But, I wouldn't be mad if anything happened.
Yeah.
You know?
And in the first chapter, it's, kind of slow. But, second one, we get some stuff.
We do get some stuff.
Yeah.
So, last time we were here, Catswin and Rand and people were doing things and planning things. A bunch of people were showing up out of the blue, and we're like, ooh, what's going on? And, like, Logain was there, and Aes Sedai are showing up, and it was...
Here's a quiz. What's Rand gonna do with the Seanchan?
Make a plan with them. Negotiate or
there
something.
You go. Okay.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so chapter 25 is called Let's Think About Maybe Going Somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or, actually, When to Wear Jewels.
Yeah.
So the chapter symbol is the Seanchan helmet.
Which is kind of interesting, I guess.
Which is wildly misleading.
Yeah, it's like it's adjacent, sort of.
It could have just been the wolf, realistically.
There were options.
Yeah. But we are going to start in our parent perspective, which has some people excited.
Yes, that's true.
The parent people are happy.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time that we saw Perrin, he was peeping over a hill at the Shido camp, planning to take some prisoners to find out information.
Yeah. There's quite a few levels of what was going on, which is all really relevant for this chapter. So I can kind of fill you in on why things are important as they come up, if that's easier. But yeah, we are trying to take Shido prisoners.
Right, okay, well, I'll talk about that.
Yeah, okay. Let's get into it, but there's a whole plan. There's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, okay. So Perrin is inside his tent, and he's annoyed at everything right now, which is typical Perrin. He's Eeyore. He's always mopey or annoyed. Mm-hmm. And we are getting caught up to speed with what is happening. So the Two Rivers men are doing some scouting.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of villagers who got sent away from Habor, or not from Malden, sorry.
From Malden.
Yeah, that's where the Shido are.
Right.
And then the Two Rivers guys were going to go catch up with those guys to see if they could get any intel on Malden.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where the guys got this new info.
Okay, and besides that, not a lot has really been happening.
Yeah.
I think that we get that it's been 10 days since the last time we saw Perrin.
Okay.
Because he has his knot, which has 32, or his rope that has 32 knots in it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that last time there were 22 knots.
Okay.
Or like
I didn't even check it. It's like
20,
around there.
22. Because I remember it being like, oh, that's been a while.
Yeah.
And now it's been another full week for him.
Mm-hmm.
And
they have a map now. They have a map of Malden. That's good.
They have a map.
Yeah.
They have a map.
They have a map.
But they still don't have prisoners. They haven't managed to actually capture anybody.
No, but he really hopes that they're going to get them soon. He's very hopeful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's
Are you hopeful?
No. The issue is it's too realistic.
Yeah.
You know?
I get that.
The realism in this fantasy series in this moment
Don't care for it.
Just like, have them, you know?
Yeah. There's no busting into Malden and rescuing the wife and, killing Shido or whatever.
Wife.
Mm-hmm. None of that. It's nope, we're waiting, and it's like a month, and we've made zero progress.
Yeah.
We have a map.
Well,
I don't know.
We know where they are, and...
That's good.
All right, and then something I do actually want to talk about is, again, Perrin is frustrated about how people are looking to him to be the Lord, and he doesn't want to be. And I just wanted to talk about this for a second, because I did have a pretty interesting conversation at JordanCon with some people about how the men in this series are literally handed leadership roles and hate it.
Yep.
And they're like, I'm not a lord. I hate this. Stop looking at me. I don't want to be a bloody lord.
Yeah.
And then the women are fighting and clawing, trying to get their way to the top, trying to get into any power, trying to be taken seriously in their position of power once they have it. And they're just trying so hard to get any respect as a leader. And it's infuriating.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. There's it's like a flip-flop thing, or he's trying to do sometimes.
It seems that way a little.
It doesn't land 100%, like I get that. Mm-hmm. But I'd also argue that on the Rand side of things, he does accept his leadership role, but he got into it pretty quick. Like book 2, 3.
He hated it. He hated his stupid jacket. Remember? And I was like, take it off then.
Well,
and he
it's
wouldn't.
A nice jacket.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice jacket.
Yeah, he did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but then people like don't respect him and they don't listen to him, and it's very frustrating because he's like, I'm the friggin' Dragon Reborn.
I don't know who's not respecting and who's not listening to him.
I don't know, the people who try to kidnap him, the people who try to manipulate him all the time.
Oh, that's just
all the lords, all the ladies. I mean, we can make a list if you want to, but
I know, but it's not in the same.
I know. You know what you're doing though? We're supposed to be talking about Perrin right now.
Are we?
How about this? Where Perrin is kind of being like Matt, where he's like, "I'm not a bloody lord."
Yeah.
But then it's like, man, you are, and you kind of got to do this thing. Yeah.
And of course, anytime I say the men this, the women that, it's a generalization. And
I get
of course,
that.
there are other instances of whatever. But I'm talking specifically about like Matt and Perrin.
Yeah.
And Elaine and Egwene.
Yeah.
Like, specifically. Those are the ones.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Okay.
Also, a little thing that's happening here with Perrin with his clothes.
Yeah.
So, the last time we were with Perrin and Barrelane was telling Perrin, dude, you can't look like a scrubby bag of dirt. You have to clean yourself up and look like a lord. So now in this chapter, you'll notice that he's wearing the nice clothes. His tent,
he's trying harder.
He's not sleeping under a wagon anymore. Like, there's a little bit of evolution there.
Well, he's also probably doing a little better mentally because now at least he knows where Fael is.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're attempting at a plan.
He has a map.
Because before, the plan was just like gateway around the countryside aimlessly and hope to find something.
Yeah.
Which is no good.
For sure. Okay, anyways.
Okay,
let's
so
do this.
Barrelane is here and she tells Perrin to stop pacing around. And Perrin does note that Barrelane has stopped smelling like she's hunting for him, and she's actually being a decent listener.
A little bit, yeah. Some progress.
Okay, sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, or it's a trick.
Right. But Perrin tells her he wants to be here for when Gull and the maidens come back with the shadow prisoners. And then that's when I was like, oh my god, we don't have those yet?
No. Soon, maybe.
Okay.
He wants to be here. It's only been like a week.
Right.
But yeah, this is when they get interrupted because, again, stage left, Arganda shows up. So
who's Arganda?
Arganda is basically Aleandra's first captain / bodyguard. Mm-hmm. So Aleandra is the one with the shadow. He's the guy who's like always angry and frustrated all the time because his queen is hostage right now.
Right.
So that's Arganda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he comes in and he's like, hey, I got all the gold for our share and more. Because they're going on a shopping trip, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Going shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's where we are.
Okay. Now, Perrin and the others are going to head out of the tent, and then we get a huge description on how things are going. The camp is becoming a little more permanent than Perrin would like it to be, and food is getting harder to find, and all the idiot Two Rivers men are still trying not to look at him and barreling together, and it's a whole thing.
It's the rumors about them,
yeah,
I guess, being together.
Yeah. And this is where we learn we're going on a shopping trip.
Yeah.
And then we get a lineup of everybody who's coming along. And I just find it interesting. So is this Harbor Place?
Habor.
Is it close-ish to here?
So, okay, this is the place.
Because why aren't we...
Well, it's a day. It's about a day away.
Okay.
Or so the last time we heard. So Masima...
I just don't know why we're gatewaying to a place that seems pretty small. Like...
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Gateway into, like, tier.
Yeah, and buy food.
Yeah.
So, okay, there's options. But there's also the dynamics. There's also the dynamics of who's going to sell food for a foreign army, etc., etc. We don't really have a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe we could even gateway to, like, Mayenne, where Barrelane's from, and maybe they have food for our army.
Oh, for sure.
There's options. That's, we're not going to... Yeah,
that's even better than what I just said.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh.
We're not going to talk about that right now. Because I don't have a very good answer for you. But Masima was the guy who's like, hey, there's a day away from here. There's a town that has a bunch of supplies. I don't need it.
How about we literally go to Shinar?
There's options.
We have Shinarans with us who could be like, hey.
And you know who's not there is all the Shinarans.
Right.
Yeah, all the Borderlanders are gone.
They probably know where all the grain's stored.
Exactly.
We don't even probably have to buy it.
Yeah, so traveling is and you could make the argument that they have to be in one place long enough to learn the gateways, but it's like we're making gateways and we're not going that far. Like it's okay. So anyways, we're going to go get some ghost grain that's full of ghosts. let's
You
go there.
jumping ahead. That's the most exciting thing that happens.
You said it already.
Yeah, in the intro.
Okay, people don't listen to that. So.
Well, no, they do, but that's the bit. Oh, now I gotta keep listening. But if you give them tidbits for the whole thing.
Okay, anyways.
I'm just kidding.
So we're gonna go to this place.
With some people.
Yeah, Aes Sedai, Galen.
We basically get a recap of who's here.
Who's who.
That's what this is.
Yeah, Galen's the captain of the manors for Barrelane, obviously. Arganda's
Anora's
not
there.
coming along. Aram's actually interesting Aram stuff happening here.
What? That he still wants to kill everybody?
Yeah, he's snapping at everyone, and he's getting worse in Perrin's eyes.
I know. I think that Aram should get to go be with the soldiers. And go get to be with the... Like, let him go kill a few people. He might be better for it.
Yeah, but we're not killing anyone right now.
I know, but if we were, like, let him train with the soldiers so that he's like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, he's good, too. He's good with the swords, so...
Yeah.
He just seems to be getting snippier and snappier.
Snippier and snappier.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah. And also the Aes Sedai are coming along, too. And
if I haven't predicted it yet, bad things are going to happen with Aram.
Okay, like...
I don't even know, but it's just bad, bad, bad. I've never trusted that guy.
Right.
And now things are getting even worse.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, okay. You want to...
Nope.
We got time.
I know.
We got time to kill here.
It's just bad things. Just bad things.
Okay.
Not good.
Okay.
Not good things.
Sure.
That's where I'm at.
It's a good prediction. I like it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to write that one down in your journal? Or,
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I will.
Refine that thought a little bit more?
I don't know. I think that's pretty good.
Drink some more of your pina colada here, and let's see where we go.
It actually doesn't taste very good.
It's not a real pina colada.
I'm pretty disappointed with what I made here. Hold on. Where am I? Oh, okay.
Okay. So this pina colada...
Yes, don't talk about
You
that.
gave it to me. You gave me one too, and you're it's a pina colada.
We're not going to talk about the pina colada.
It doesn't look like... It's not the color of a pina colada, and it's not used with the... It's not made with the ingredients of a pina colada.
Some of the ingredients.
Yeah, some of them.
Should I just... No, Aram's not suspicious.
Just write Aram equals bad.
That's what I was doing.
Bad things happen.
Bad things. I feel like I'm not going to forget that one.
Okay.
But anyway. Okay.
Anyways, we have the group together,
We have
right?
the group.
Yeah.
Now, Perrin and the group leave the camp, and Perrin sees one of Massima's spies slipping away to go report on it.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what's going on. I was trying so hard to pay attention, and I was like, maybe
I'll catch up
this
to speed.
paragraph something will happen. And I just like kept zoning out and coming back in and not even knowing what was...
It's cool. I got you.
And I just didn't
I got you
reread.
covered. Okay, so here's what's happening.
Yeah, okay.
Massima probably wants to kill Perrin and or Barrelane.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Barrelane had her two little thief catchers steal the note from Massima because Massima's dealing with the Seanchan.
Right.
Right? And then Massima disappeared the two thief catchers because they're gone. And Barrelane's like, I don't know. And everyone else is like, I don't know. They're probably murdered. So now Massima is totally spying on Perrin and Barrelane. And we've seen a bunch of Perrin's people be murdered. Not definitively by Massima, but probably.
Ooh, okay.
So they're all on edge because they're like, hey, Massima might literally attack at any point because he's crazy.
Right.
But we're still going to go buy food from the spooky town where Massima was like, hey, go here. There's food here for you.
Wait, Massima told them to go there?
Yes.
And they are?
Mm-hmm. You were suspicious of it last time because he was like, hey, so Habor, it's like a day away from us. You should go stock up on supplies. I don't need supplies. I have lots of supplies.
Oh, and at the time was I like, don't go there?
Yep, you did.
Wow, because, don't, I still think, like, don't go there
You should definitely probably not go to the spooky town.
You should go to either Mayan or Shinar.
Anywhere in the world you could go.
Well, you should probably be a bit cautious some places, but...
Yeah, that's fair.
But...
There's not a ton of options, but, like, there's Mayan.
There's Mayan.
Yeah.
And Shinar.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure. Or, like, I don't know, Kyrian, because Rand controls that territory. and like Rand who sent, but you're not supposed to take. You could send wagons. It's supposed to be a
months
secret.
and months and months at this point.
No one knows.
No one even cares. No one's even like, hey, where's that guy? No one has even remotely been like, where's that parent?
Yeah, like you have wise ones with you too. You could send the wise ones to go talk to Samael and be like, hey, we need some food.
Oh, there are so many options.
There's a few options.
Okay.
Yeah. No time for that now. Let's go to the spooky town where Massimo was like, hey, go there.
Oh, see, that's crazy. I did not remember that. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who's sending them here, basically. Anyways.
This is so messed up. I'm even more angry at them. Like, I was pretty frustrated.
But that's why they're all super on edge, and they're bringing a bunch of soldiers and guards, and they're like, oh, no.
But then what? What?
Anyways,
I'm so at a loss. I thought this chapter was so stupid already.
Yeah.
I completely forgot it was Massimo who was like, go here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because I don't need supplies. And then Perrin was like, why don't you need supplies? He's like, I'm good.
Gosh. Okay.
Let's get to the important part of this chapter.
Oh, is it the advice?
This is the advice.
The advice.
This is the entire point of this chapter. When do you wear jewels, Danny? When do you do it?
When you're buying a lot of flour.
Yeah.
And when do you not? When you're not.
When you're buying one flour, you wear poor people clothes. When you're buying lots of flour,
you buy
rich people.
You wear rich people clothes.
Yeah, you got it. And then Perrin thinks Master Luhan has the same advice.
Uh-huh.
Dress poor when you want a small favor. Dress fine when you want a big favor.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now, we're going to make it to the traveling grounds. And this is basically the end of the chapter. So, all the carts are lined up. And we have the Asherman here, or just one? Kneeled?
Yeah. Grady isn't coming along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Juror Grady?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
So we just got Kneeled, who's going to be doing the traveling, I guess.
Yeah, there is something important that's happening here, too, with him.
He's happy.
He's really happy.
He's happy.
And Perrin's like, why is he so friggin' happy? What's he smiling about?
Why don't you ask him?
What's going on?
He'll tell you.
Will he?
He might.
Maybe.
Taint is cleansed.
Taint is cleansed.
Right? That's obviously.
We're good. Yep. Yeah, no, for sure, 100%. Like, it's been at least a while because we saw the cleansing event with Perrin. Everyone was, like, staring off. He's like, no time for this.
Which we think 10 days ago.
Exactly.
If what I remember might be right.
Yeah.
Which, like, maybe might be.
And we could totally fact check it. Like, that's
not
no problem.
right now.
Not now. There's no point. But
somebody will tell me if I'm wrong.
That's fine.
People love telling me when I'm wrong.
It was 3 years ago.
No. No.
But that's happening, and Perrin just doesn't care because my wife is kidnapped.
That's right.
That's fine.
Speaking of which, John Mulaney has a new special on Netflix, and we need to watch it approximately 8 more times so that we can get those
start referencing
jokes
into
here.
Which is funny because that's the show.
That's the show we saw.
That we saw it live here.
It's pretty much exactly the same.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. Except the one we saw was way longer. The actual stand-up shows are longer than the Netflix show.
Yeah. Which is good. But anyways, back to this group. We also have Bulwark coming along because he's got friends everywhere.
Ah, yes.
He's got a friend he wants to check on.
Right.
And Perrin is a thinker.
And Perrin is like, hey, I think this Bulwark is a little bit more than your regular secretary.
I think so. He's got friends and we were playing a random... Yeah. Okay.
Good job, Perrin.
Yeah. He catches on. Give him time. He'll get there.
Right. And then also 2 of Cha Fail are also coming.
Yes. And it's very obvious that they're coming along to spy on people.
Mm-hmm. But
they're doing their own individual spying.
Yes.
And Barrelane knows, and everyone kind of knows, but no one's talking about it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever. Now, we're going to open a gateway. We're going to start going through.
Yeah.
And then we get through. And once everyone is through, we're going to see fields and hills and farm country. And then Perrin realizes that the snow ahead of him isn't fresh. And there are no real tracks in there.
Yeah. The snow's not fresh. There aren't any tracks, which means there's not really any people going around anywhere.
Moving in or out.
Yeah, the farmhouses are basically abandoned. Oh, something's weird about this place.
There's no smoke coming from the chimneys.
Yeah, maybe we should be worried about where we're going.
Right, and then we see a flying shape in the air, and it's one of the Seanchan flying lizards.
Yeah, which is also a little bit problematic because we know that Massimo is probably definitely doing some backdoor dealings with the Seanchan, so maybe what's happening there? I don't know. Should we be worried? Perrin says, no, don't worry about that.
Barrelane's like, it's the Seanchan, and Perrin's like, nothing to do with us. Let's go buy some grain.
Yep, maybe Perrin.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was a catch-up chapter. It's been so long
Okay.
since we saw Perrin, so...
That's fine. Okay, so I would like to take a quick break.
Yeah.
To go get a different drink that I actually want to drink.
Sure, not the pina colada.
Right. And then, when we come back, we have a question to answer from our newest executive producer.
Awesome. And then we'll get into chapter 26.
That's right, because
Okay.
that was it. That was the whole chapter.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Okay, and we're back.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a drink, a better one.
It looks tastier.
It's better. It's with an elderflower and rose gin that my parents gave to me.
Okay.
And then that's why it's such a nice, bright, kind of pinky purple color, because of the color of the gin.
There we go. All right, give me the question.
Right, okay, so Dylan C. is our newest executive producer, and all of our producer-level patrons and above have the perk of sending in a question that we will read and answer in a regular episode. And so here we have one from Dylan, who is just about at where I am in the series, or where we are here.
Yeah.
So the question: with how much the Seanchan have been coming up, how do you think they'll play into Tarman Gaiden, if at all? Do you think they'll be on our side or the Dark Ones? I personally would love to see them fighting beside Rand with all of their mystical creatures, but obviously they have a lot of evolving to do, i.e. abolishing slavery.
All right.
With how much they've come up, I feel like they have to be involved somehow, and I've had a lot of fun speculating what either side of that looks like.
Yeah. That's a loaded question.
Yeah,
lots to cover.
Lots to cover. Something we haven't really talked about at all.
Good speculation. Go.
Yeah,
go for
I
it.
know.
What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it depends, right? So we have, for sure, one dark friend Seanchan.
Okay. Yeah.
We have Suroth,
yeah.
who's quite high up.
Yeah.
And quite dark friendy.
Yeah, she's pretty evil in a lot of, like, her scheming, it seems.
Right. So I think that the Seanchan have both sides, good and evil, when it comes to Tarman Gaiden.
Okay.
I don't typically at this point like to think of the Seanchan as one whole entity.
Yeah, okay.
But we do have, like, the Seanchan army, which is probably what Dylan is referring to.
Okay, like the ever-victorious army,
Right.
like the actual military.
Who are they gonna fight with?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if Rand can actually do a decent job of developing some kind of relationship here,
Yeah.
it's possible they'll be fighting against evil either beside Rand or individually.
Like adjacent
right?
almost?
So,
okay.
like, if Trollocs attack...
We need to teach the Seanchan that Shadow Spawn are in fact real.
Right.
And they want to eat you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, I do think that whether or not they're fighting with Rand, against Rand, whenever, you know, Tarman Gaiden happens or whatever...
Yeah.
I think that they will also fight against Shadow Spawn.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
For the most part. I don't think that all Seanchan are inherently on the dark side.
Okay. Like,
right?
maybe we'll get on the same page.
Right.
Okay.
And the other thing is, we already have a faction of Seanchan who are kind of separating, who have let Damani escape.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
Right? And we don't know what's going to happen with that whole thing. And so it's hard to say, because realistically, if Tarman Gaiden were to happen right now, the Seanchan army would use their Damani to fight against the Dark One.
That would probably be pretty helpful.
Well,
I feel like a enemy, like the Aes Sedai.
It would be
Damani,
helpful, yeah, but wouldn't it also be better? Like Olivia, for example, who's super strong, super powerful, and really loyal to Rand, like whoever has kind of like set her free. So now she has her own freedom and is choosing who she would like to fight for. If all of the Damani could be kind of in that situation, then yeah, like if then that would be great. But I don't love the idea of them fighting while enslaved.
Okay. No, I get that.
So, complicated.
It is a complicated
and interesting.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's jump into chapter 26. All right, so this is where the issue is. Habor.
Yes.
That's how it's spelled. But that is not how it's pronounced in the audiobooks.
Yeah.
Harbor. And the chapter symbol's 2 ravens.
Okay.
Probably because we got some spies, we got some evil-y stuff going on.
Evil stuff happening, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, definitely the rats are probably definitely evil.
And spies.
Or at least some of them, and spies.
And the ghosts.
But, like, well, okay, hey now. Ghosts aren't necessarily evil.
Here, they don't seem good.
Well, I mean, it kind of seems like the townsfolk are a little bit overly suspicious, too.
Well, they're spooked.
Yeah.
Ghosts are spooky.
Apparently.
So spooky.
Okay. Well, let's get to it. Let's talk about it when we get there.
Okay.
Because we're not there yet.
Okay, because I don't know if you remember, but in one of the many Elaine chapters this book,
oh, I do.
Something interesting happened, and then we never talked about it again.
That's true.
And I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
But now I get to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Go.
And you asked about it last time, and I was like, hey, it seems like the veil is thinning. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I don't know, maybe there's just ghosts in Redland.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
Generally speaking, it doesn't seem like ghosts are a thing.
Yeah.
But right now, because, evil's, seeping through
yeah,
or whatever.
Elaine definitely thought that chick was just hallucinating.
Yeah. And apparently it was the old angry grandmother.
It was.
Who's definitely a ghost, and, no, Grandma, go back to sleep.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Walk back into your crypt. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to continue in Perrin's perspective because it turns out they are in the right place, and so Habor is just up ahead of them, and Perrin can immediately see why Masema left this place alone.
Yeah.
It's actually very well guarded and defensed.
Yeah, because it does have, like, walls, and
there's people guarding it.
Yeah, Masema has just a bunch of rabble of people that don't actually have any formal training or equipment or anything, so they can really just terrorize the countryside.
Yeah. But any actual town
they can't
actually do anything.
Right. So maybe, hypothetically, that's why Masema left this place alone.
Maybe. I actually like that theory.
Okay.
It's like they kind of showed up and couldn't get in.
And they're like, never mind.
Yeah.
We're gonna burninate the countryside. That's fine.
Yeah. Now, Perrin still has an uneasy feeling about this place, but no time for that now, because they're going to have to go trade for supplies. So Berlin and Honora figure out a plan for how to approach this town, because they're probably all on edge.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
What's the plan?
Okay, so they're going to line up all the soldiers they did bring on the rise, and they're all matchy-matchy in their armor and stuff. So it's like, hey, we do have soldiers, so we're not just wandering tricksters, like Masema's crowd.
Right.
And we're not Aiel, who are also terrorizing the countryside. Right. And then you have the bowmen at the back with the carts, because you can't really show them off anyway, so just hang out. And then we're gonna approach, and the Aes Sedai are gonna have their hoods back.
They're gonna be like, look.
We're Aes Sedai. So if anyone knows what Aes Sedai look like, they're like, okay, maybe they're real people. And then all 4 banners are out.
Okay. And everyone's wearing their jewels?
Jewels,
This is when to wear jewels.
Yes. That's the plan.
All right, so now as they get closer, Perrin still feels super uneasy, which is the overarching theme of this chapter.
He can smell it.
Of course.
He's got a wolf nose.
Smells sour.
Yeah, gross.
All right, so they're at the gate, and Galen is like, hey, we're not here to make trouble. Look at all the fancy people we have here.
Does the titles.
Yes. And then there's a long silence, and then very dirty people are up there.
Yeah.
That's like what we get mostly.
They're too dirty. It's all too dirty.
Everyone is too dirty.
Because you don't want to go take baths, because you know what ghosts like the most?
To
scare you in the bathtub.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they get you. That's when they get you.
Is that actually
no.
why they're so dirty?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, because they're all terrified. Why are they
so dirty?
Because they're terrified, and no one's trying to be alone.
No one's actually washing their clothes. Doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can wash your clothes even if you're scared.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're having just a heck of a time.
They should probably leave. But then
go
go where?
Yeah.
They're really hooped this. Okay, super dirty, and some guy is like, how do we know you're alive?
Yeah, it's like, that's a weird question.
And then they're like, what?
That's
because I'm here talking to you?
And nobody's laughing at the question. It's just like, that's a weird question.
Yeah, and then one of the Aes Sedai is like, if I have to prove I'm alive, you'll regret it.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna fireball the shit out of your dirty town.
Boom.
Alright, anyway, they finally get let in.
Yeah, they get it. Yeah, that worked. Okay.
Okay, so just as they ride into town, some guy pokes Perrin in the leg and is like, okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure you're alive.
At this point where you're like, okay.
Well, Perrin is like, do you see many dead men walking?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
yeah.
Dead people.
Because he tries to make a joke of it, but it's like, it's not a joke.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
Zombies. Well, because...
but that's the question.
But it's not zombies.
It's not
because
zombies.
the way that Perrin says it, it's like, do you see the undead walk here? Or something like that?
Like dead bodies get up and walk like zombies. Yeah, as we know them.
And I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new twist around here.
Yeah.
But not
Not
quite.
zombies, no.
Just ghosts.
Ghosts. Yeah.
Spirits?
You could say that, yeah. I think
ghost, is that offensive? Is it to ghosts?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
I don't know.
But I think the word spirit was mentioned in this chapter.
Yeah, spirits, right. Okay. So, we're walking through this town, we're looking for the lord or lady, and then some guy's like, he's gone.
He's not here.
The lord's gone, but what you want is grain merchants, and they're that way.
Yeah. So
that's where we're gonna go.
We're getting there real slowly, but, you know.
Alright, so off we go, riding through the dirty, cramped streets, and it's really too quiet here. It's a spooky town. We get weird feelings over and over and over again.
Perrin doesn't want to be here, but Baron's like, hey, we have nowhere else to go.
Did you say Baron?
Maybe.
Barrelane.
Okay, Barrelane is like, hey, we're already here, and I've dealt with merchants before. There's nowhere else to go, so let's just do it and leave.
Okay, so we're gonna go to this inn called the Golden Barge.
Yeah, so maybe it is a harbor. I don't know. I don't know enough about harbors in the surrounding countryside.
I know.
Because barge is like boat, right?
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, these people who are here are the merchants?
Yeah.
Or they're part of the merchant guild or something like that?
Yeah, so when they announced it, they're like, oh, we're what's left of the ... I was like, that's what's left of the merchants guild? Like, did a bunch of people die or leave? And yes, that's probably what happened. So they're also dirty and everything's dusty.
Right. And Anura is going to ask, what's happened in this town? What is going on?
Yeah. It's a weird vibe. It's not great.
Well, yeah, because then one of the men is like, happened here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What makes you think something happened? This is normal for us.
Everything's fine. It's all good.
And one of the women tries to be like, shut it. And then Barreling cuts everyone off and is like, I want to buy grain.
I'm here to buy it. It's so good. Oh, man. Okay. Anyways, we're getting there.
I just can't believe we have 2 full chapters of trying to buy grain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Okay.
Then you say trying because we haven't officially
we don't officially
seen the
buy it. I know.
We've negotiated the price.
I know.
We don't actually see that happen yet, though.
Okay. So, Perrin notes that everyone and everything is dirty and grubby and it's just over and over and over again. That's all we get. And I think that's the last time I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
So Perrin watches as they bargain for a little bit over the grain. And then we get like a sample. This is the finest quality. Check it out. It's super great.
Yeah, because they have the little sample jars of grain. It's like, this is the grain
weevils.
Yeah, this is what you're going to buy.
And then Barrelane's like, cool, sounds great. We'll buy it. But I want to see the warehouse.
Oh, Perrin says that.
Oh, Perrin says.
So, yeah, here's what happens.
I'm pretty sure Barrelane says I want to see the warehouse. She
agrees to it. So, she's negotiating, and then Perrin walks up and is like, he's thinking, hey, they're talking a lot of, like, they're really talking up their product, but they're not negotiating hard on price, so I'm suspicious. And he scoops it up, and he lets it drop on the table, and he's like, I want to see the warehouses.
Oh.
And then Barrelane says, well,
me
too. We were going to do that, obviously. Mm-hmm. And Perrin's not technically supposed to even be involved in this negotiation because he doesn't know how to negotiate. So he's supposed to shut up and stay in the back, but then he's coming forward, and that's why Honora's, eyeballing him.
Like, he's from a farmer town.
He gets it.
He knows.
But, Barrelane understands negotiating, and she would totally check the product. Like, I believe Barrelane would do what she's supposed to.
Yeah. Okay. So, off they go to look at the grain warehouses.
Yeah. Yep. And now the merchants are like, oh no, this is bad. Because they know what's happening.
Right.
They know their grain sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to kind of rip them off, I guess.
Well, yeah, but they'll see it. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know what their plan is.
It's kind of weird because they're like, oh no, we'll totally just pack it up and we have the grain. We'll pack it up and put it in the wagons for you even.
Yeah.
You don't have to look at it.
Yeah.
And then once they're going down to look at it, it's all sad and mopey.
Right.
Anyways.
Okay, so we're going down to look at it. We get inside the warehouse, and then there's like rats and cats and a weird rat and cat fight.
Yeah, the rat probably won. I don't know.
A couple rats, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of rats, and parents like, they can't all be Dark One spies, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
they can.
But then he also thinks, why would the Dark One be spying on this town in the middle of nowhere?
Spying everywhere.
Right? Probably.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of rats.
No.
Yeah.
But, like, literally, why not?
Yeah, keep eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not, he's not buying rats. He doesn't have to buy more. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyway, so then Perrin's gonna be like, I'm gonna look at this sack of grain. And he stabs it open. And then there's weevils. Thousands of them.
It's upon thousands of weevils. I mean, and it's also very bad because we've got this buildup of weevils in grain, right? The
Camelin.
And
weevils in
with
Camelin.
And with Egwene's camp, with the Aes Sedai.
Are
and
the weevils also Dark One spies?
They're evil weevils.
They're evil weevils? They're evil weevils? Oh my God. Those weevils are evil.
Okay, but here's the thing. Egwene also was thinking about how there's weevils in the Aes Sedai food.
Oh my gosh.
And they have weaves to keep the weevils out. Okay.
Weaves for the evil weevils?
I can't even do this. This is
evil
so good.
Weevil weaves.
Okay, but the weaves are failing. The words are failing. Okay, episode's over. There we go, guys. We did it. We did a good job. Okay.
Weevils.
I promise you, this is serious business.
No, it's not at all. This is not serious.
It's not good because all the food in Randland is being destroyed by weevils.
Well, because the Dark One is like, you thought the weather being too hot or too cold was bad?
If I can't starve you by not having food, then I'll just...
starve you by not having food.
Yeah. Do it another way, I guess.
Yeah, because now it was the weather thing for the longest time.
Yeah.
You know?
Where it's like, we can't grow crops because weather's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. However...
yeah.
Put evil weevils into all your food. Okay. I have a feeling this isn't over.
The weevils?
Yeah, the weevils.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Where do we cut? Okay.
I don't know.
Here we
looking.
go. So they cut into it. It's like literally almost half of the bag is weevils.
Okay, so we're still going to take it, though.
Half price.
Half price.
Because they're going to have to winnow it out.
Yeah, but they're just going to have to do what Egwene thought, and it was like,
fuck
more
it,
protein.
Eat the yeah. I guess we're going to have to eat that. But that's what Perrin thinks, too. He's like, we're going to winnow it out, but we're still going to be eating like 25% bugs at this point. But
I mean, like...
it's better than starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but we're interrupted by a scream from the street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, excitement. What is it?
What, the weevils weren't excitement enough for you?
They were not, until now. I'm pretty excited, actually, about these evil weevils.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, the scream of terror from the street. It's one of our guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of our guys. One of our soldiers.
It's one of our guys.
There was a man. He was just there, and he looked at me, and then he walked through the wall. He did.
Oh, no.
You must believe me.
Yeah.
And then one of the Aes Sedai's like, I saw it too.
Now, keep in mind, when they came into the town, the Aes Sedai just kind of like disappeared for a bit, and now Seonet's coming back. Because she clearly went and got all this information.
And then Perrin's like, I don't believe you. And she's like, I can't lie, you know. And then we get into this whole thing. But then Seonet is like, the dead are walking in So Harbor. And the Lord fled the town because his wife's spirit was like coming back.
And there seems to be doubt about how she died. So, maybe this
murder mystery.
Murder mystery, but not for us.
Right. No, we don't care.
No, he's gone. And
he's gone.
We don't care. We have to buy grain.
Go find her spirit. This sounds interesting.
Go talk to the... Well, that's what Seoned wants. She's like, Okay. There's a whole monologue.
Okay.
There's a whole monologue.
Okay. Everyone in this town has seen someone dead. Most have seen more than one. And some are saying that people have died from the touch of one of the dead.
Spooky.
But you can't verify that.
Yeah.
But people have died out of fright.
Yeah.
And others because of it.
Yeah, like, okay, if one of your family members dies and then other people are going to die because other family members are dying.
Sure, okay. So no one goes out at night or walks into a room unannounced or washes any of their clothes for some reason.
People are literally like striking out at shadows and people are dying because of that too. Because if you walk into a room unannounced or if you're like hiding in a corner, then people are like, and I don't know, stab you.
Yeah.
Which is fair if there's ghosts around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of us has to stay here. One of the Aes Sedai has to stay here.
Which, to
do what we can do. We have to help these people.
That's what they're saying, but these are the Aes Sedai who are also, like, being owned by the Wise Ones right now.
Yeah.
So,
we must stay here and never return.
it's kind of like Nynaeve was like, I have to help Rand.
Bye.
See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Perrin's like, no.
He's so ruthless. I love it.
He's like, so Habor will have to face its dead alone.
Yep. Because they have my wife.
Yeah, we gotta go.
The Shido, that is.
The Shido.
Right.
That's right. And so, yeah, pretty ruthless, Perrin.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Didn't care about anybody or anything until he gets his wife back.
Exactly. Then we can come back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Think about the guy whose wife is dead and the spirit is, like, coming back and, like, haunting the place.
Should kill that ghost spirit again.
I know, but listen.
Yeah.
Perrin does not have any empathy.
Yeah.
He cannot even remotely be like, oh, I have my wife missing and that sucks. I can't even imagine what it would be for these people. No, he's like, see ya. Got your gross grain.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
No, I get it.
No, he's out of there.
You know what I would try to do?
What? What would you try to do?
Well, you're not going to like this.
Uh-oh. What?
I would try to recruit the Ghost Army to come help fight the Shido. Like they do
Is it the Lord of the Rings?
in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you know where my brain actually went?
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a whole ghost army.
There is a Ghost Army. That's more like a skeleton army.
Well, no, they're dead people, though.
Yeah, but it's like skeletons are a little bit different than zombies, different than ghosts.
Yeah, but there's something to do with the moonlight, and they're
Yeah.
ghost-like.
Well, yeah, they're like skeleton-like. Because Lord of the Rings is like
Lord of the
literal
Rings is
ghost army.
Because I was also thinking White Walkers.
Yeah, that's more like zombie.
Okay, and then if we're going there's also Harry Potter. There's the Inferi.
Oh, okay.
Which is the dead lake of like weird of like dead people.
Right, and I only know that because of the Harry Potter matching game we have.
Oh,
Code names.
Code names.
Harry
yes.
Potter code names.
Mm-hmm.
And you get very frustrated when I don't know the Harry Potter things.
Oh, that's so annoying.
That's like,
That is annoying.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay. Lots.
Yeah, there's a few references for ghost armies. /
Pretty
zombie,
much
/
much everyone I've ever seen.
Everyone else has done it. Come on, Perrin. And he's just like, no time. Let's buy these weevils and leave.
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet.
Maybe. Although, no, we're not going to have a ghost army. If anything, we have to, like, stop. Like, we have to come up with the reason. We need to be like, why is this happening?
Why? And then we're going to be like, hey.
Because it's obviously quite evil.
Okay.
And it's probably not from eating. What if you eat the evil weevils,
right?
And then when you die, your spirit can't leave?
Boom, there you go.
That's
that makes
it.
sense. That makes sense to me. You know, this made a lot more sense back when I didn't know that weevils were real things, and now it's just like they're just literally bugs.
Yeah.
Less scary, more like gross.
They're kind of
like don't want to eat bugs.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're starving, you kind of have to eat bugs.
Right.
So, I get it.
Okay, well, I poured the shots.
Yeah.
For literally all the fantasy references.
We got it. We did it.
Of dead armies.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots.
There is.
And I'm kind of actually excited about it because we did buy a shot glass in Atlanta.
We did.
For JordanCon. I should somehow make this like write JordanCon on here or something because it just says Atlanta and there's like a peach.
Right.
Which, not in season. I didn't eat a single Georgia peach.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we were gifted a little while ago a Georgia shot glass.
Perfect.
So Atlanta, Georgia. There you go.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Vanilla crown. That's good.
Yeah. Mmm. Vanilla whiskey after my delicious gin drink is not
quite the same.
Not great.
It doesn't mix.
That wasn't ideal, but okay.
So there we go.
All right, so that's the end of it.
That's
the end of this chapter. We did as much as we could, guys.
We did. What is it, like an hour? We're almost there?
Not even.
Oh my goodness.
Nope, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Because the way this chapter ends, Perrin's like, we gotta get out of here, but not until after we buy the grain, and then we'll leave.
And then we'll leave and like, see ya.
Yeah, and then we'll employ more ghost armies for,
right,
our guys. There we go.
And so, I don't even really know where they are in the world. Kind of Altara, right?
Yeah, it's like
and summer. Elaine was in somewhere, countryside Andor.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just thinking of places where, like, ghosts are now walking, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because it doesn't seem specific just to this town.
No, it doesn't. It seems like the veil is thinning and,
Right.
Dark One is breaking out, etc., etc. Got a bunch of broken seals. We just did a seal count.
Right.
Right?
We did do a seal count.
4 of the 7.
Yeah. Broken.
Assuming that all of them are real, because you were like, hey, fake seals and all that good stuff. So
I have to start planning for next JordanCon, because I came up with a plan.
Yeah.
That I'm going to hide 7 seals around JordanCon.
You gotta find them.
And then if you find them, you get a very special and exclusive prize.
Yeah, maybe a shot glass or something. An exclusive shot glass. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Okay. Well, we have a year.
Yeah, and let's not make any promises because...
And then somebody in the Discord was like, ooh, are they going to be broken or whole? And I said, ooh, you're going to have to con and find out.
The shot glasses will be definitely broken.
No, the seals that I hide.
Yeah. Okay. Exciting. Okay.
I am actually excited about that.
So here's the thing. Because we are coming up on the end of Crossroads of Twilight. So...
And we hear everybody cheering in the background.
Yes! So we have 5 episodes left.
Okay.
We are doing individual chapters for chapter 27, 28, 29.
Okay.
And then the last chapter is chapter 30, and there's a 3-page epilogue, so we're going to put those together.
Okay.
So And
then
that's
we'll
it.
do our book recap.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yes.
You're counting
book
our
recap
book recap?
after. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a one episode, obviously. So
okay.
There we go.
All right. I'm hoping some interesting things happen. Are they longer chapters? Is that why we're splitting them up?
Not particularly, but they're long enough that putting 2 would be a pretty big thing. So individually they're not bad, but together they'd be a little bit too much. So
got it.
We're just going to finish this off strong and, move on.
And we're going to roll into May.
Yeah, we'll be starting Knife of Dreams in May. Yeah.
Ooh.
Very exciting.
Towards the end of May, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be more like May, June. But right now, it's April 30th, and I have to say, it's gonna be May.
Nice.
I did it. I did it, folks. Sorry. I'm really sorry that I did that.
Because that's Backstreet Boys.
No.
No?
No.
NSYNC?
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't know.
It's Justin Timberlake with his noodle hair.
Oh, no.
I just had to do it.
Sure, that's fine.
I wouldn't be a content creator if I didn't, The amount of TikToks I've seen with
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right, so before you go and see a ghost, I'm going to say it's part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. The Wheel Weaves is hosted and edited by Dani and Brett. Produced by Dani and Brett, with Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jonathan Reese, Jamie Young, Megan Smiley, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Charlie Haz, Adam, Hannah Green, Marta Thier, and Michelle Forbes. With music by Audionautics. Be sure to check out our Patreon page if you're interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon exclusive merch as a thank you, plus you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else. And at the time of this recording, we have over 40 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. You can find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show, and information like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, and how to get in touch with us, visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference helping people find us. And if you put your Instagram or Twitter handle in your 5-star review on Apple, we select reviews at random to send people some exclusive merch as a thank you. So be sure to do that so you can grab some cool stickers and bookmarks. Be sure to tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.